So the big problem with this YouTube channel actually is that 90% of the work I do, I can't really share with you guys because it's R&D work, and I specifically signed not to share any information. But not with this one. This is one of my own projects, and I'm quite happy to share it with you. So some people have been asking on an old video that you will find on my YouTube channel, and there seemed to be some interest. So today we're going to have a look at my 1.3 ton FDM printer that is accurate to a micron. So check this out.
Da 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 da.
So it's safe to say I've gone through thick and thin with this machine. It all started pretty much late night on a crazy eBay auction I won. Days later I found myself hauling this machine back into my old workshop. And some month later this eventually turned into my bachelor's degree. I've had so many sleepless nights, hundreds of hours on tech support with the PLC supplier. And what was the outcome of all of this? Well, I do have right about 20 seconds of footage when this machine was actually working.
Ghetto Kamera.
But boy, did it work. Unfortunately, right at the moment everything was finished, the big move was coming. And I was going to a new workshop, and right here I didn't have the infrastructure to run it. So not even the switching cabinet was hooked on. And well, it was in hibernation for the last 2.5 years. My original plan for this machine was to make it a 3D printer right out of the gate. It wasn't really something you would need, but it seemed to be an interesting project, and I was lit from the second I bought this machine. By the way, I got it for basically next to nothing because the drive unit was broken and the repair must have cost a fortune. This particular machine is a Swedish Johansson. If you haven't heard of the name Johansson, I highly suggest having a look at Machine Thinking's video on the origins of precision. Anyway, I wanted to convert this one into an FDM 3D printer, and I was hoping that I could use most of the infrastructure like the drives and glass scales and do not have to replace them. As it turned out, I ran pretty much into a dead end with this one. It took me a solid month to finally figure out the signals of the encoder, which was a really early form of signal and never used later on or by any other company. The DC drive that closed the loop on all 3 axes were also pretty much unusable in my configuration. They were designed to work really well for precise positioning. I, on the other hand, was asking for intense acceleration and so on. Up to this point, I was really just goofing around with this project. It was a fun one, and the early movements it made were just too promising. But right there, the part with my bachelor's degree and an idea started to hatch. I don't want to show what it was right away, but I'm assuring you we'll discuss that just a few weeks down the road, and we'll make a really unique video about this. You want a teaser? Well, stay tuned, trust me, it's a good one. I've literally put in hundreds of hours of work into this project, and when you realize a bird shit on it, it's time to change things. Anyways, as soon as I started to work on what I had in mind, the machine never really got out of prototyping stage. I always had in mind to use all the original covers, put them back on the machine and have them both side by side running, looking almost identical but be as different as they could be. Oh, by the way, I did buy a second Johansson sometime later. Same price and same problem with the drive unit. I have this thing here to have a fighting chance of replacing parts in case I crashed the air bearings or anything else. I was also having a debate whether it would look cool to Frankenstein both machines together. Okay, so far on day one, I've set up the switching cabinet, removed everything that was unnecessary, rewired everything. These guys are for the measurement systems on all axes. I rewired the servos to make it eventually work for right now. In here, unfortunately, it looks like I've left it. So there's the big power supply, 24 volts. Everything was programmed and done on a back-off PLC. There's several I/O devices, DC motor driver, and also 2 servo cards, and some miscellaneous things. So that's a bit of a background to this story. Why am I telling you guys all of this, you might ask? Well, this project was so much fun, and everyone I got to show this machine was just blown away just by how crazy the idea was. So what I got in mind is to have it finally built like it should be done and make this a one-of-a-kind machine. But I need your help with this. Yeah, right. I need your help with this one. So my plan was to just give you an update where this project is at right now. It has been in hibernation for the last 2.5 years, I guess. But I want to give it a fresh start. So what about we make this some sort of a community thing? I encourage you to post any ideas you got down in the comments. Let's make this a discussion what I should be building out of this machine. I just have these requirements. It should be, first of all, it should be some kind of a 3D printer. It should be related somehow to the project of additive manufacturing. Second of all, it should be really unique, which I guess shouldn't be that much of a problem. And last but not least, it should be really fun to build and open up a lot of opportunities to show cool stuff. So what I can offer is to go through all your comments and have interaction with them. And we will settle on a plan, and I could do videos on everything that comes our way. So there is a topic of CNC control, there could be the motion system, building your own hot end, building whatever might come up as an idea. And I guess this could be start of fun times. So therefore I'm labeling this as episode 1 of how many there will be. And I really encourage you to spread the word if you like what you saw. This could be a really interesting project. I haven't really seen that on YouTube, and I'm really willing to put in some work on this one. So, thank you all for watching, and I hope we see you in episode 2. Bye.